Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what does the person on your mind want to say to you, some channeled messages from them. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. You can feel free to pause the video and meditate on all your options and pick whatever image calls out to you the most. Timestamps are given in the pinned comment and description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's take a look at your oracle cards first to find out some channeled messages from the person on your mind. So your cards are Emotional Desert, which says inactivity, isolation. Then we have Disruption, Details, and Never Ending Story. All right, so right off the bat, what I can see over here, group 1, is that whoever this individual is that you're asking about, first of all, it's been a really long time since you guys have spoken. Could have been more than a couple of years, in fact, since you guys either spoke to each other or met each other, interacted with each other offline. I can see over here with Disruption that this was a connection which was, I don't know how it started, but they ended it, and they ended it rather abruptly. Whatever their reason was behind it, now with this emotional desert state of mind, they want you to know that they are not liking this isolation that they are currently experiencing. Maybe they left you in search of greener grass on the other side. It's almost as if they were trying to convince themselves that their connection with you was an emotional desert and they wanted an oasis, except that it was just a mirage and there was actually no oasis, and in the process they left you out as well. They're saying that they're aware of how much nitpicking they did when they were with you. They're telling you that they're aware of how many flaws they tried to find in you, although nothing really like that existed. They're also apologizing. So there's some construction work going on in my neighbor's house. They also over here seem to be very, very apologetic for the way that they behaved with you towards the end. Because with Emotional Desert over here, their behavior towards you could have become very, very dry, very detached, devoid of any emotions at all. And they could have put such a spin on it that you thought that it was all your fault, that somehow you were repelling them, even though it wasn't your fault. They're also making this, I know that this was supposed to be a channeled messages thing, but this has a very prominent tone of a confession that I can see for this person. They're saying that ever since they left you abruptly, they found themselves to be caught in a pattern of something very similar, wherein they'll enter a relationship with someone, they wouldn't value that person, they'll go around looking for better options, but then those options won't turn out to be as good as they'd expected, and they would find themselves all alone. So they're saying that this is something that has been going on in their life for a really long time. It's just something with details over here that people don't exactly know about. Now this can be again for a couple of different reasons. Maybe each time they get into a relationship, they post too much with that person on social media, and whether or not you follow them, maybe you come to know about it through someone, and then before you know it, they're on to the next person, and maybe this baffles you. In fact, I'm being told that it baffles a lot of people how this person switches partners so frequently. Now over here with Never Ending Story, with their head hung down in shame, they're regretting the way that they spoke to you, they're regretting the way that they behaved with you, and most importantly, they're regretting the very act of breaking up with you and letting you go. In fact, it's also possible over here with details that there could have been something that you were trying to draw their attention towards, some toxic friend of yours, or maybe if this was a third party situation, then you could have tried to warn them about that person. You could have been of the mindset that fine, if you want to leave me, but then let me just give you a quick warning about the person that you're leaving me for. But they did not listen to you, and then they regretted heavily. With disruption over here, they want you to know that right now nothing is going on track in their life, nothing at all, whether it is their career, whether it is their emotional health, whether it is their friendships. With isolation over here, they don't really have that pool of close friends around them anymore. In fact, if you look at the emotional desert card over here, it can seem like their life is very happening. It can seem like there are a lot of people around them, that there are a lot of people whom they hang out with, run around in the same circles as them. Despite that, despite being surrounded by all these people, a vast number of them maybe, they still find themselves quite alone. And this message that is coming forth for you today is coming from a place of, like I said, regret. Then there's this confession zone that's going on. And there's also this immense loneliness because of which they're reaching out to you today. Maybe when you guys were together, no matter what kind of highs and lows this connection went through, you were always there for them. They could always open up to you emotionally. In fact, with emotional desert over here, the kind of people that they hang out with now, I don't think with these shackles over here, they've been able to be completely vulnerable with any of those people. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. And the fact that the Ten of Swords is right underneath this never-ending story over here, they backstabbed you, and now with the Wheel of Fortune over here and Ten of Swords, they're being subjected to the same thing over and over and over again. Each time they get into a new connection with someone, that individual ends up backstabbing them, ends up hurting them. And that has actually made them take a deep dive into their past and really analyze what they did wrong, where they went wrong. With the Wheel of Fortune over here and Ten of Swords, they're asking you if you can perhaps help them figure out, is this some sort of karmic justice that's happening with them? Are you the reason why they're facing all of this hurt now? Which I think is a very stupid question to put in front of you to begin with, because they're the ones who hurt you, so they shouldn't be asking you to clarify things for them instead of, taking accountability. There might be some physical distance between you guys at the moment. Maybe you guys are living in different cities or different states, and for some of you, possibly even different countries. They're saying that they are open to the idea of becoming friends with you again, but they're not sure how open you will be to that idea, considering the fact that they'd hurt you. And maybe that is why they began this whole reading today with their confession and their apology and their regret, probably leading up to this point wherein they're asking you if you're open to the idea of becoming friends with them again and becoming an active part of their life again. I don't know how many mutual friends still exist between you guys, how well are you both connected to each other still, but maybe there is at least one person who's on talking terms with both you and this individual. And it does seem over here with Three of Wands and Three of Pentacles that the person that you're taking a reading about today is coming up with a plan to get this third individual involved in helping them to bridge the gap between you both. Your person over here also wants you to know that they know now what you must have felt like, because they've got a taste of their own medicine now. In fact, they have been getting a taste of their own medicine for quite some time now. They're saying that it's not like they've never thought about reaching out to you. They have, but then they stopped dead in their tracks primarily because of this energy of knowing that they'd hurt you, and then they did nothing about it, is another message that they're conveying. Wow. So they hurt you, but I don't think they ever apologized to you on your face. I don't think they ever answered any questions of yours. The next thing you knew after they left you was, you directly spotted them with someone else. So that's how quickly it could have seemed like they moved on. With the Three of Pentacles, so I wasn't Wow. So when I said that this was going to be a confession, okay, brace yourself, group one, although maybe a lot of you already know this. With the Three of Pentacles over here, the person for whom this individual had left you had already become an active part of their life while they were still with you. It wasn't someone they met after they had started distancing themselves from you. It is someone they met and then they started distancing themselves from you. I'm sure by now a lot of you know who this third party was, but in case you don't know, it does seem over here with Three of Pentacles that this could have been someone who was very close to both you and your partner. So maybe all three of you went to the same school, all three of you lived in the same neighborhood, all three of you were in a carpool together, something like that. Alright, now let's take some more messages from your person, group one. Okay, so first things first, we have the truth is I'm in love with you. If you find that hard to believe, I will totally understand where you're coming from. Formulating an escape plan to leave the karmic partner. Okay, this makes sense. So we have the words karmic partner over here, and they have confessed to you already that they feel like they've been getting some sort of karmic justice for having hurt you. So whoever it is that they're with right now, they're planning to leave that person. I am having trouble confronting my shadow side. Maybe that is why they asked you if you can shed some light on why are they going through all these things, because a part of them perhaps still refuses to take accountability for what they did to you. I'm ready to travel towards you and meet in person. Again, makes sense because I did pick up that a lot of you live at a physical distance from each other. So, and maybe they don't have the right words to say to you online, so they might be planning and plotting with this mutual friend of yours to come and see you in person. You mesmerize me at every turn. This honestly seems to be coming more from their memory, like from their memory of you, that how amazing you used to be and how not seriously they took it. Despite our separation, my heart still belongs to you. Again, if you find this difficult to believe, I know where you're coming from. So, in fact, you know what? They're saying that despite separation, my heart still belongs to you and whatnot, but and I know I'm nobody to judge, but then I also resonate a lot with David Rose, so I feel like the reason why they're saying that their heart still belongs to you is so that it can open a doorway for them to enter back into your life. Because if their heart truly did belong to you, what is this spree that they're on, you know? Like, I don't know you, but group one, this is horrible, the way that this person has behaved with you. So I just want you to know that I did a massive eye roll when I read this message. I don't know about you, and I'm just going to leave it at this now. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you, group one. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, if you guys chose the second image, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out what messages does the person on your mind have for you. So the cards that came out for you are ancestors, historical connections and purposes, spiritual union, rescue, and Treasure Island. Hmm. I don't know how many of you are aware of this or not, although with the Two of Cups over here, it does seem like the telepathy between you and this individual is pretty darn amazing. Anyway, the message over here is that you might feel like they don't value you, you might feel like they couldn't really care less about you and about this connection, but that is far, far away from the truth, because in reality, it is this individual who feels like they're stuck and they need rescuing. It's like they need you to be their knight in shining armor. And they're also telling you, look, I know that you wanted me to be that person. You wanted me to take you away from all your problems. You know, we wanted to settle down, we wanted to have a family, we wanted all good things in life. And that couldn't happen. And it could have seemed as if I left because I did not care about you. But the truth is that I was, am, and will always be in love with you. I cherish you and your memories as much as I used to back then. It's just that I did what I did because I was told to. With rescue over here and ancestors, especially with Treasure Island Group 2, and this is a very specific message, it does seem like your person's family presented them with some sort of condition that, okay, you're knee deep in debt, we'll clear it all off, we'll pay all your dues, but you leave Group 2. And you instead go and start dating the person that we've chosen for you. Or if you don't leave Group 2, we won't give you a single penny from the property and we'll remove you from this house and you'll have to fend for yourself. Or we'll never let you meet this family. In fact, it's quite possible that if at all you did meet this person's family, they were all very sweet to you, they were very nice to you, but behind your back, they did bitch about you. Like, they did not like you at all. Why did they like you? I have no idea. Perhaps with historical connections and everything over here, and then Treasure Island, there were some socioeconomic differences between you and this person, and they really wanted your person to be with someone whom they felt was more up their alley instead of you. Your person wants you to know today, Group 2, that on the outside, it could have seemed like they had a perfect life, they had everything going for them, good money, high class society, amazing, loving, supporting family. But inside, the environment was actually very toxic and they were stuck. Just like how you thought that with them you could escape away from your problems, they thought so too. They also thought that once they're far, far away from this family and with you someplace nice and quiet, they'll be able to truly start living. But these people, they soiled those plans. And the person that you're asking about today cares an awful lot about what you think of them because of all of this. I think a lot of you think that they lack a spine. And I can see that they're not telling us too much about what was that reason because of which they couldn't really leave. Like that one absolutely gut-wrenching decision or reason because of which they just could not say no. Maybe even while your person is talking to us, they're trying to somewhat shield the image of their family, like just let that one layer still remain there. This can be a family that's very controlling. This can be a family that's very, very materialistic, very money-minded, values status over love and relationships. They just want you to know right now, Group 2, that if you think that after leaving you, they went ahead and, had the best life possible, that is not true. Because they're stuck, they're suffering, and they still miss you. Sweet poison is what I just heard. Alright, from your tarot cards, we have the Nine of Cups, the World, the High Priestess, and the Two of Wands. Okay. I do feel like a lot of you who've chosen group 2 today intuitively knew that the messages can be along these lines, or that most likely the reason why this individual had left you was not because there was something wrong with you, but because they were asked to leave you. So your person is confirming your intuition that yes, it isn't because of any third party, it's not because I stopped loving you, it's because I was forced to leave you and I had no other option back then. But along with that information, this person also wants you to know with the Nine of Cups and the World that you still are their wish fulfillment, and no matter how long it's been since you guys spoke to each other, since you guys met each other face to face, they still dream about you every single night. They still fantasize about being with you. They still visualize about being with you. They still recall every great moment that they spent with you, and that is where they're driving their, you can say, willpower rather, to keep up with all of this, whatever this is. They're also telling you that the reason why after your separation they went to another state or city or country it had less to do with any opportunity over there and more to ensure that you do not come after them. And that again was something that their family had strategically thought of. That, okay, so we've broken them apart, now let's create a huge distance between them so that group 2 does not chase after our son or our daughter. But your person, they're saying that you still hold that special place in their heart, and they're still open to sharing that love with you. In fact, with the World being right underneath the Two of Cups, they want you to know that seasons have changed, years have come and gone, but that love stays intact in their heart. And if you're open to it, they still would love to have this new beginning with you. In fact, the moment that they can get to be with you again, that'll be their biggest wish come true. The only problem over here is this rescue thing, which is why perhaps I heard that a lot of you feel like this person lacks a spine, and they're not really telling us exactly what that problem was because of which they had to stay. But the minute the minute that they can find a solution for it, and the minute they can distance themselves from this family of theirs, they would love to come back to you if you would take them, of course. They also want you to know that it might seem, or you must have heard, that they're with someone or that they're dating someone, but that is not true. They're not dating anyone, they're not with anybody at the moment. They're saying that they try really hard to connect to you through their dreams. They try to really tap into that energy and think about where you are, what are you doing, how are you feeling, if you still have any feelings about them, if you still think about them. And it hurts them. It hurts them to think that perhaps you don't think very highly of them anymore, even though, like they said, they've been saying since the beginning that they did not leave you out of choice, but more so out of compulsion. Okay, let's see what else do they want to say to you, group 2. Okay, so the first card over here is, it's so hard not to talk to you. So you might think that they don't care, but again, with the very first card, they're telling us that they do. Please don't doubt my love for you. It's the only thing I'm sure of. Again, see, I told you that what you think of them matters to them a lot, and because they left you, you might think that it's because they don't love you, but that's not true. I am feeling the pain that I've caused you. The thought of you with someone else triggers me. So they're not talking to you. You guys are at a distance from each other. Maybe they have no idea about what's up with your life. And if you currently are dating anybody else, then just the thought of you being in somebody else's arms, it really triggers them. My feelings for you are deeper than I'm letting you know, although in this case it does feel like they can't let you know, even though they want to. I am yearning for our union, which again makes sense because they had just told us that they are still open to the possibility and to the idea of being with you again. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or my email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, if you guys chose the third image, let's take a look at your oracle cards first to find out what does the person on your mind want to say to you. So the cards that we have for you are animal totems, animal energy and powers. Then we have deception and envy, magic prayer, and imagine. Alright. Your person is saying that, okay, this is a very cocky energy over here, if I'm being honest, group 3. Your person is saying that don't think I don't know what you're up to. Don't think I don't know that you're talking to other people now or that you're dating other people now. I see it all. You might think that I'm not aware of what's happening in your life, but I am. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I'm not liking what I'm hearing. Because the minute that my imagination goes to you being with someone else, I get furious. I get mad. I get angry. They're saying that they want you only for themselves. They're saying that no matter how far away they are from you, or no matter how long it's been since you guys have spoken to each other, they still want you to be tied to them. They still want you to feel that connection to them. What's interesting is that we have the energy of deception and envy come up over here, so it's highly likely that when you guys were together, this person could have cheated on you, lied to you about something, backstabbed, gotten involved with a third party. But I haven't seen the tarot cards, but so far they're not even addressing the issue. They're not addressing that issue at all. And maybe that's what they do in real life also. Each time you confront them about the past, each time you try to ask them about why they did what they did, they do not give you answers. They dodge your questions. Right now also, they're dodging this huge energy over here of them having cheated on you, and instead they're diverting this entire messages from them onto other things. They want you to know that of late, they've been getting reminded of you rather constantly through signs, through synchronicities, through billboards, whatever else it is that they see, advertisements, posters, flyers, magazines. It's like they're surrounded currently by your name, by your presence, by your aura. And they don't know how you're doing it, but they're saying that they can definitely feel that pull. If, however, recently you have pulled away from them, you're not really talking to them as much, you're not really watching their stories anymore, you've unfollowed them or removed them from your Facebook or whatever else it is, they're trying to figure out what changed. And that is why I started with the word cocky. Because with magic prayer over here, they are asking you, do they not matter to you as much as they used to? Do you not still pray about a reunion with them like they feel you used to in the past? And that is why they want to ensure that you still feel tied to them, that you still feel that connection to them. And the minute they sense you pulling away or that connection loosening, or the minute they hear about you being with someone else or see you posting pictures with someone else, there is this energy of envy, jealousy, rage, furious feeling that consumes them. what is that saying? Jealousy being a green eyed monster, something like that. And that's basically what this is over here. What's interesting is with magic, prayer, and deception and envy, this person lies to them. And again, this isn't something that they're telling us. This is something that I can see very clearly right over here in front of me. They have a tunnel vision, all right? And it's not the best vision. Now, also, they're choosing to divert our attention on what you are doing or how you are behaving or how you have pulled away from them. But in their own eyes, with magic prayer over here, they think that they're perfect, that there's nothing wrong with them, and that they don't deserve this sort of treatment from you, which is ironical, because they're the ones who hurt you in the first place. They did deceive you. They could have been very jealous, very controlling, very possessive as a partner, but lo and behold, with magic prayer and imagine the world in which they live, they're absolutely right. They have no reason to apologize. They have no reason to give any explanation, which is precisely why they don't do any such thing. In fact, with animal totems over here, the people that you've been hanging out with off late or posting pictures with, or the people whom off late have been engaging with your posts, whether it is frequently commenting on them or leaving a like, they're trying to dig up dirt on those people. They're trying to somehow validate or satisfy their ego that they are better than the people you're with right now, which is very messed up. Alright, let's see what else it is that they've got to say. 7 of Swords again, 2 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups. Sudden shift in tone. Okay, I see what's going on. Your person might be very wishy-washy when it comes to their energies. Like 1 minute they're thinking something, the next minute they're thinking something else. 1 minute we've seen that they refuse to take accountability. They don't think that they've done anything wrong. On the contrary, they get jealous when they see you with other people. And I feel like what I'm about to tell you can be linked to them feeling like their grip on you is loosening or that you're pulling away from them. So here's what they've got to say. Look, I know that I deceived you. I know I cheated on you. I know I hid things from you. I lied to you, and I shouldn't have done that. But it's because I was confused. I did not know any better. I couldn't make up my mind regarding giving you a full-fledged commitment or staying single and exploring my options while I had the time to do so. It's not that I didn't think that you weren't good enough for me. It's not that I thought very highly of myself or that you weren't worthy enough of me. It's just that at that time, at that age, I couldn't choose. I couldn't decide. I was worried that if I give you commitment, what if it does not turn out well? And what if I don't give you commitment and I have that freedom to go out and explore and I find someone whom I just click with, whom I like? What then? I do not want to live with any regrets. And because I was in any case confused about giving you commitment or not, ultimately I decided not to. But, okay. Is this a compulsive liar that you're asking about today, Group 3? Because what I can see over here, their messages aside, is that they could have behaved with you as if you guys were in an official relationship. They could have given you that girlfriend-boyfriend treatment. But when you weren't looking, they projected themselves or portrayed themselves as a single, available to date individual in front of other people. That was the deception. They made you believe that they were all yours, but when anybody showed interest in them, they were open to it. Like they made it seem like they were available. There was nobody there in their life, and so anybody could come and talk to them, flirt with them, hook up with them. And now they're sitting over here, feeling you, pulling away, and telling you that, oh, hey, it's because I was confused. I do not know whether to give you commitment or not. And as I said, I think I said this in pile 1, even though we don't know each other personally, you and I, group 3, I don't like this person. This seems to be someone who does everything for their convenience, if I'm being honest. If being with you is a matter of status or pride, they'll want you. And if they think that, oh, it's getting too overbearing, oh, there's a better option available, conveniently they'll take themselves out of that equation. And the fact that we've got the energy of 7 of Swords 2 times over here in one reading for the person that you're asking about, maybe that's why I heard compulsive liar. Okay, let's see what is it that they want to tell you. In fact, it's quite possible that after leaving you, immediately they started dating someone else. And then that relationship also, I feel like, did not last very long, because they went ahead and did the same thing with that person also. Started dating a third person behind the second person's back. Because perhaps that's just how they are as a person. And I do feel like this envy bit that we saw over here, I do feel like a lot of it has got to do with the fact that they are seeing you glowing, they're seeing you being radiant, they're seeing you being independent. They can feel that you've let go of them, they can feel that you're not clinging on to the past anymore. And that might have caused this shake-up, like how come group 3 is behaving like this suddenly. What is group 3's supposed to say to them right now? What is group 3's supposed to say to them right now? What is group 3's supposed to say to them right now? Okay, take that. So the first card is looking at your picture and fantasizing about being together. In fact, if you've ever posted a picture of you being with someone else, they often imagine that picture with you and them being in it and not that other person. And maybe that is why, to satisfy their ego, they keep comparing themselves to all the different people whom you post with. I should have listened to my heart instead of what I was being told. This is an ego-driven person for sure. But it does seem like even when they were making this decision of leaving you and going with someone else, their heart could have begged them not to. And now they're like, fuck, I should have listened to my heart. Aching to touch and kiss you. I keep myself busy with the things I do, but every time I pause, I still think of you. They might try to come across as being very nonchalant. They might try to come across as being very, I couldn't really care less. But trust me when I say this person is more hooked onto you than you are onto them. They're more obsessed with you than you can even imagine. Please understand that I was in pain. I never meant to ruin things. Look, this is a general reading, so maybe for some of you this person is genuinely apologizing and saying that that's just, that's all they knew. They did not perhaps have any idea of love, and so the one good thing that they got, they went ahead and ruined it, even though their heart was asking them not to. But I will also not overlook the other group's energy that I'm channeling over here, especially what with the deception coming out 2 times. This might just be a ruse to win you back. I'm struggling to find the right words to say to you. Pretending to be happy with my current situation when I'm not. And of course, how can they be? Again, for some of you, they're genuinely not happy being without you. So anybody that they're dating with, they're not happy with that person. But for the rest of you, the reason why they might not be happy with their current situation is because they're always more interested in knowing what's up with their exes rather than focusing on their current partner. I can't wait for the day we will start living our life together, which makes sense because genuinely, for some of you with the 10 of Cups over here, this person does think about reforming themselves, changing themselves, bettering themselves for you, and then coming back to you eventually, apologizing, telling you all these things in person, and then hoping that you can give them a second chance. But for this group, I will say strongly exercise your intuition and your inner wisdom when it comes to giving this individual a second chance. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 3. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings, and you can message me on Instagram, WhatsApp, or my email to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.